Live from Vincent Beck Stadium on the campus of Lamar University in Beaumont, Texas, it's Southland Conference Baseball on ESPN as the Lamar Cardinals play host to the Beavers of Oregon State. Hi, everybody. Dan Gresham along with Harold Mann. Nice to have you with us. Game 2 of an exceptional 3-game series featuring the number 8 team in the country. There you have a look at the boys from Corvallis, the Beavers of Oregon State. They rolled into town last night, Harold, and shut down Lamar bats.
They did. They scored 2 early runs, a run into first, a solo home run by Bryson Glasgow into second. That was all the scoring. We saw a lot of good pitching last night on both sides.
True enough, but maybe not as good as we're going to see tonight.
What a matchup.
This is going to be a premier matchup across the country. Dax Whitney. If I started to read the list of all of his accomplishments, Baseball America midseason pitcher watch list, midseason player of the year watch list, midseason All-American first team, the list goes on. Then Chris Olivier for Lamar, some awards of his own. In fact, he has been recognized, not only as Southland Conference Pitcher of the Week, but also
3
nationally.
times.
He is also tied for 7th nationally in Division I in strikeouts. So, again, that just kind of sets things real quickly. Other players to watch, Bryson Glasgow. What a night last night. Winds up going 2 for 4, had a solo homer in the 2nd inning.
Going to look at that right now, just inside the foul pole.
So, again, a solid night for him. First season with Oregon State. Hector Rodriguez, 6'1 junior, third baseman from Houston, hitting .339, 21 hits, 11 RBIs, 18 games played. Picked up one of Lamar's 3 hits in game 1. He went 1 for 4. Switch hitter has a 3-game hitting streak going. We'll pause for the national anthem. A trading of the lineups. Come back with the first pitch on ESPN. Well, as we mentioned, we expect this one to be a pitcher's duel. Senior 6'1", Chris Olivier, the right-hander out of Mandeville, Louisiana, will go for Lamar. 7 starts, 59 strikeouts, 1.42 ERA, and 44 in the 3rd innings pitched. .92 whip and a 4-0 record. So again, solid starts, recorded double-digit strikeouts, 3 of his 4 home starts, banding 44 while allowing 10 hits and 2 runs. National Trophy Player of the Week back on February 17th. Also nationally recognized by D1Baseball.com, Baseball America.
This is a guy that had a no-hitter after 7 innings and was pulled because of a pitch count. He's gone deep in the ball game. So we have probably the best pitching matchup in the country we're seeing tonight.
And, of course, he'll have a test on his hands today because he'll be going up against one of the strongest hitting teams. So look at the lineup for you. Easton Talt will lead things off, followed by Adam Haight, Bryce Hubbard. Middle 3 will be Proctor, Galloway, Singer. And the bottom end of the lineup, Vasquez, Glasgow, and Vance. Oregon State coming in 22-6 overall. They have won 9 of their last 11. And, of course, this is a team that last year finished 5th in the College World Season. 11-4 postseason record. Won both the regional and the super regional last year. Lamar, 17-13, 10-5 in conference play for 2026.
Ready to go. Stepping in is Easton Talt. He scored the game's first of 2 runs last night in the 1st inning.
Talt, the senior out of Everett, Washington, 4th year with the Beavers. Went 0 for 3 last night, but did score the run. Got hit by a pitch and got on in the 1st inning. Olivier with the velocity, shows it with the first pitch. Fastball at 93, follows it up with a second heater at 94. And that's kind of his live and die. Get ahead in the count, and then he can take you anywhere he wants to go. Got pretty good demand of about 3 different pitches, but an arsenal of maybe 4. There you go. Gets him on the strikeout.
Yeah, they peel down
2.
to third base.
They do, and it's going to be 1-2 count. I thought he had him.
Yeah, there was a 1-1 before that pitch. And third base umpire rang him up for the second strike.
Took a little something off that one at 83. I thought the first pitch was a strike myself, but I guess that's why I'm not behind the plate.
Field down to third again, no swing.
Let's start the defense so you kind of get an idea who's where for Lamar in the field, because behind the plate tonight, Theo Coomer gets the start. Benton at first, Durant at second, Taylor and Rodriguez on the left side. Outfield left to right, Evans, Tracy, and Valentine. This one pops straight up. I don't think it'll stay in play, and it won't.
Yeah, that wind is going to blow everything off to the left side.
It's going to play havoc tonight. 80 degrees to start the game. Cloudy skies, wind south-southeast. 15, get this though, gusting to 25.
Yeah, it's right around 12 consistently, and with those big gusts.
For those unfamiliar, might be tuning in from the West Coast where it's 4 o'clock versus 6 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone. We're about 30 miles away from the Gulf, and coming in out of the south is that wind off the water, and it is generally strong, but not always quite this strong. And we do have a chance of rain, to the point, in fact, they are moved up the time for tomorrow's game, originally slated for 3. Will now be a 1 o'clock start, try to beat the weather. Full count to Talt to start the game. Laces one out towards center. It's going to fall. Gets in front of Tab Tracy.
Yeah, that was a really good at bat by Easton Talt. Down in the count, 1-2, and he battles back, works the count full by fighting off pitches, and then just fists it out to left center field.
Over the head of Taylor at short.
He'll take off over at first with Talt, 12 steals this year in 15 attempts.
Brings up Adam Haight, the right fielder, sophomore out of Washington State. Started 22 games this series. 1 for 4 last night in game 1. That's a fair ball. We'll see how far it goes. Could easily score Talt. He's motoring towards third. Evans in left field picks it up. There will not even be a throw to the plate. And just like that, the Beavers of Oregon State are on the board.
Double number 6 on the year for Adam Haight, and he also just drove in his 10th run of the year.
What a great shot. Just pulls it down the line. And by the time Evans can get over there, it's bouncing around in the corner. And Talt is already motoring home. Got some wheels. So that'll bring up Bryce Hubbard with a runner on second and nobody out here in the top of the first.
Up over 300 average.
Hubbard, a senior out of Norcross, Georgia. Started his baseball career at Mississippi State, played 1 season, then went JUCO before signing with Oregon.
You mentioned he's to the Mississippi State. You see what the arm elbow protector straps say? Hate State.
I don't know where he's. I'm not going to judge.
That's what I think it says. We'll get another look at that.
Hubbard steps back in behind 0-1. Olivier delivers, catches the outside, and pushes it to 0-2.
Heater State. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, you were close. Just one letter off.
That's true.
Olivier tries to settle in after giving up the run. Comes down broad with that one. Fouled away.
Crowd still shifting in here at Vincent Beck Stadium.
Attendance last night said to be 1,200. We'll see if they get that number on the Saturday evening game. You'd certainly hope so. Not going to get much better competition coming in.
I know this is a holiday week, but we're on Friday.
It is Friday. Sorry, Good Friday, as a matter of fact. It'll be Saturday all day for me just because of the change of the schedule.
Yeah, the scheduling. We're usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Worked last night, which is normally a Friday, and then here we are today. Just get an extra day out of the week.
There you go.
Hubbard takes it cut. First strikeout of the game for Chris Olivier.
That's a really good pitch. Get another look at how that ball drops. Has Hubbard swinging over it. This is from behind. Just look at the movement on this ball.
Yeah, great movement. I'll bring up Josh Proctor. Proctor, the left fielder. Talk about a specimen of a man. 6'5", 235 freshman out of Altadena, California. Went 0 for 4 last night. Did get on with a walk. Also had a strikeout.
You talk about 6'5", 235. And this kid was playing high school baseball last year.
You know what? He does not look 235, though. I mean, he looks all of 6'5", but it's all spread out. On the ground foul down the first baseline. Olivier on his 8th start of the season, 44 1/3. He's given up 27 hits and now 9 runs on the season. Good pitch there. Taking a look at Haight on second base.
Bounces around a little bit out there.
Trying to catch his attention.
Easton Talt.
Oh, Talt scored, so that would be Adam Haight.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Talt's in the dugout.
Olivier delivers high. Looks like it's going to be shallow left or in the infield, drifting back that way. A.J. Taylor, the shortstop, adjusts.
You can see the movement on that ball with A.J. camping under it on the green, and then has to come all the way in, chase it in, and can't get it.
Brings up Jacob Galloway. We're certainly glad to see him tonight. Scary situation on Friday night. Had a ball lodged between the shoulder. He's the catcher, between the shoulder protector and the mask. It was pretty obvious that he felt it. Galloway, a Buster Posey Award midseason watch list.
That ball last night, you see balls fouled back and ricocheted off a catcher. That one wedged, as you mentioned, between the shoulder and the bottom of the mask.
So, again, glad to see Jacob back and in the lineup today. Hitting in the 5 spot. Olivier doesn't get the call on that one.
We're going to look at it.
Here's a look at. Watch what happens. Just bounces off the dirt and comes up and just plants right in between the chest protector and that big hockey-style face mask. Oh, yeah. Little off speed there, 83. 2-1 count. 2 out. Runner at second. Beavers have already pushed 1 across here in the top of the first to take a lead. That one fouled away.
Heading towards the parking lot.
Galloway coming into the game hitting .297 on the season. 27 hits, 17 runs, 13 RBIs for the senior out of Camarillo, California. Badland at 2-2. Made a couple of stops along the way. Started his freshman season at USC, actually the first 2 seasons. Played 82 games, 76 start, was a all Pac-12 in 2024, then went to Texas A&M, played 20 games there in 25, and made the jump out to Oregon State. Through the hole on the left side, and there was a big one. They're going to bring him home. Here comes the throw. Not cut off, but errant throw back in from left field. And that will be a base hit for Galloway, an RBI base hit that scores Adam Haight from second.
Yeah, that's going to be his 14th RBI of the year. Let's see if they put an error up there to allow Galloway to go from first to second. Yeah, so that'll be an error on the throw. So you get a hit, RBI single to score the run. Then you see the ball there get away, allowing Galloway to go to second.
Of course, that run scoring with 2 out. That'll take us to number 6 in the order, A.J. Singer, second baseman. Boy, did he show his skills last night. Outstanding at second base. Of course, you'll notice if you went back and looked at that last hit, Lamar shift on, and the shortstop Taylor all the way almost beside second base, leaving that big gap on the left side, and that's exactly where Galloway pushed it.
Yeah, he had to backtrack and just couldn't get there.
You know, sometimes the shift works for you. Sometimes it can bite you more than not. You know, when you look at the numbers and you put it all together, that's why you do it, because you're looking at trends. That time hurt more than helped. Olivier bouncer. Rodriguez missed it. Taylor gets it, makes the bounce throw to first. And that is 3 down, but not before the Beavers managed 3 hits, 2 runs, and their half of the first. Top of the order coming up next for Lamar. There's a look at everybody's All-American right there. Dax Whitney, right-handed sophomore out of Blackfoot.
I love the name of that town, Blackfoot, Idaho.
Mentioned Whitney has been on a tear this season. 6'5", got that leverage of height working for him. Look at ERA 1.55. He's pitched 40 2/3.
Look at the strikeouts in 40 2/3.
Yeah, and then look at the whip.
Yeah.
0.89. Has pitched 40 2/3. 22 hits, 8 runs, 78 strikeouts.
That is amazing in just under 41 innings.
Let's check the batting order for Lamar. Very familiar one for Cardinal fans, as Bo Durbin, the DH, will lead things off. Then it'll be Taylor Tracy. In the middle, Rodriguez, Duran, Coomer. And the bottom 3, Valentine, Benton, and Evans. And again, Durbin stepping in to start things off. Senior transfer from Morton, Illinois. First season with the Cardinals.
A couple years at Bradley.
Went 0 for 3 last night in the opener. There's a good look. Where do you start with? A 97-mile-an-hour fastball. The velo is way up there. I would not be surprised. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think we could see triple digits once he gets warmed up. Good anticipation by Durbin. You know, and I think a lot of these guys that you're going to see for Lamar, senior transfers, they've seen a lot of pitching. You know, and they've probably even seen some at this velocity, but it's that challenge to hit the best. I mean, you know, every one of these guys would like nothing more than to be able to say, yeah, I picked up a hit off what was considered to be the best pitcher in the country.
You know, he throws 97, 95, and then comes with a 75-mile-an-hour changeup.
And that's what's going to get you, because your anticipation, you know, on the change, it's just you just don't have enough time. 1-2 gets him on the fastball. First K of the evening for Whitney.
98.
Told you we'll close in on triple digits.
Sit back. You just got to sit back on him and hopefully catch up with one of those fastballs.
And it just tails away from the lefty and into the righty, as A.J. Taylor Another transfer senior from Downers Grove. If you're not familiar, Lamar making some wholesale changes in the offseason. This one lifted high. Several coming in for it, but it will be Talt that makes the catch.
Cutting in front of right field. Yeah, stepping in front of Adam Haight, the right fielder. But the center fielder takes charge out there and makes the breadbasket catch.
Here it is again, calling everyone off. I got it. You could hear it all the way up in the press box. And then makes the basket catch. 2 down. Brings up Tab Tracy. Yeah, Lamar. 32 newcomers, 20 transfers. A number of them are going to be 1 years. Guys who are coming here as senior transfers. 1 year of eligibility left.
Yeah, one and done. Although there is some talk with the president signing a new college athlete where they give you a 5th year. If you transfer a second time in a transfer portal, you got to sit out a year.
And it seems to make sense. And, of course, you keep seeing the NCAA award extensions as well, where you get to the point where you now have basketball players that have been playing for 8 years. Football players.
7 or 8 for one kid this year?
We have a 7-year this year show up to play in a game here against Lamar. And then, of course, we've also seen the appeal. Mrs. Ole Miss, right? That for a 7th year.
Yeah.
Count goes to 2-1 to Tab Tracy. Not one of those transfers. Second season, a senior out of Houston. And he goes over the top and falls even at 2-2. That one, another one of those changeup at 86. I understand we had a couple of pro scouts in the stands for this one.
I know a Yankee scout is here.
That one fouled away.
Tried to get him to, talk to me a little bit, but, when he
you were standing in front of him, right?
Yeah, and when he got off the ground laughing and rolling.
Exactly. This one lifted out to left. I don't know. Might be able to get to it. The run is on, but Vasquez at third, smart enough not to ram into it, because that fence isn't going to give.
You want to be careful there, if you're Paul there, because watch him come over, slide, and you don't want to jam an ankle or something into the side of the stand. So you're really careful.
I think once he saw the brown turf, he knew, I'm going to get down. And you see what I was talking about. Unlike being the hurricane fence around on the outer edges of this park, that backs up into grandstands. It's a little firmer there.
Yeah.
2-2. 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the first.
That didn't miss by much.
Didn't get the call. And now we'll see a full count.
Yeah. Tab lives to see another pitcher. Let's see if he can take advantage of it, the Cardinals. Obviously, anyway, you see these hitters deep in the box, but with someone with this type of velocity, you want to get back as deep as you can.
You'd like to take about 2 more steps back if you could. How about that? Walk issued by Whitney, his first of the game.
Good job there by Tab Tracy for Lamar. Fouling off a couple pitches, working the pitch count, and drawing that 2-out walk.
That'll bring up Hector Rodriguez, switch hitter. We featured him at the top of the broadcast as our player to watch, third baseman. Senior out of Houston, Texas. Went 1 for 4 last night. 6th season of college baseball.
Spent some time at UTSA.
He did. Also JUCO ball at Galveston College before he went to UTSA. Takes a big cut at the first one. The problem is, you want to be patient. You want to make him throw the ball to you, but at the same time, you just got to anticipate so quick. I mean, the last pitch at 97, look at that thing move. Like I said, tails away from the lefty, but at the release point, it looks like it's coming right down the middle. One.
Throw it for Tracy, 13 steals this year. Tabs 13 out of 14.
Mitch Canham in his 7th season as head coach for Oregon State. Will Davis now in his 10th season here at Lamar. That one lifted out to left. Could be playable for Proctor. Can't quite get there. That's tough. You got to run up over the mound in the bullpen. You got to be careful there. I think most of these players high enough IQ to always check surroundings before the start of the game to kind of give you an idea. Okay, what am I dealing with here? So he knew when he got over in that area to kind of pull up a little bit.
Yeah, Vincent Beck Stadium, the visitors' bullpen. You have the mound inside the play-in area. Lamar's bullpen enclosed down the first base side, down in the corner in right field.
Yeah, if I were looking for a word to describe the visitor bullpen, I would say exposed comes to mind. It becomes especially difficult when you got a couple of pitchers out there trying to warm up. Of course, they can also help you out with the call if you're the left fielder chasing something down.
And it's your bullpen.
Exactly. 1-2. Misses just outside. 86 miles an hour. Yeah, boy, if we went through the list of all the attention Dax Whitney has had so far this season, there's got to be 16, 17 different honors, awards, watch lists. That one left, but it's going to get out of play. So over in the beer garden, good to see some folks standing out there enjoying some time. There's a look.
And there's a young lady that got that baseball.
Hang on to that one. Before we get too deep in this one, send a shout out to Amy Hooks.
How about that?
And Lamar softball. They have now won 12 in a row.
Sweeping A&M Corpus.
In dramatic fashion.
The second game is, yeah.
Well, an 8-0 run rule first game, then come back to win 8-7 in the second after falling behind 7-0. Did that not hit the ground?
They're going to call that a fair ball. They are going to call that a fair ball, and in the inning,
I can't believe that.
Will Davis is out.
I was going to say Will Davis will have to come out on that for an explanation anyway. I thought it hit the plate, but apparently not. So a foul ball, and that's the way it'll stand. End of the inning. So Lamar, no hits, no runs. Here's another look. That went straight down. I thought it hit the plate.
Well, if it hits the plate, it's going to be a fair ball.
I know, but I'm saying like right behind the plate. It was made hard to see. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We're headed for the top of the second. Not that often you get to see the number 9-8 team in the country, and the good news is a bunch of kids from across the area.
Look at that first pitch.
I think it was a curve.
Fooled the yeah.
Great job. Tomahawk Little League out with their group tonight. I can't imagine being a Little Leaguer and having a D1 team in your area and a chance to come out and watch.
And throw the first pitch 60 feet, 6 inches for a strike. I thought it'd take about 6 bounces to get there.
So we go into the top of the second. We'll see the bottom of the order. Vasquez, Glasgow, and Vance due up. Vasquez, the third baseman, sophomore out of Covina, California. Started 22 games so far this season. Had a good day at the park against USC. Had 3 RBIs in that game. Last night, 0 for 4. Chris Olivier on the hill for Lamar, working into his second inning, has given up 3 hits. That one fouled away. I was joking with Will Davis, the head coach of Lamar, before the game. I said, well, the good news is you're facing one of the best pitchers in the country tonight. He said, that's the good news? I said, yeah, that's the good news. But you still got the rest of the, season to go. Everything else is going to look slow now.
After facing this guy, but he's in a battle against Chris Olivier. Olivier giving up those 3 hits in the first inning and 2 runs.
Swing and a miss. So Vasquez rung up for strikeout number 2 tonight for Olivier.
Here's a guy that hit his 2nd home run of the year last night in the 2nd inning.
Bryson Glasgow, first baseman, pulled it deep to left. Kind of thought it was going to hang up, and then the next thing you know, it's over both walls and gone. Glasgow, only 5 starts on the season coming into the series, has started the last 2 games here in Beaumont. Junior out of one of my favorite town names I've seen this season, Spanish Springs, Nevada.
I like that.
That paints some imagery for you. Spanish Springs.
I'm still going with.
Yeah, you're going with Blackfoot. I know.
Yeah, Dax Whitney's hometown of Blackfoot, Idaho.
I don't know, yeah, but you say Spanish Springs. You just envision this little oasis out in the middle of the desert. I'm sure that's not the case, but when you say it, that's what it sounds like. Fouled away into the bullpen. Count goes to 0-2. This pitching staff in whole coming into the series, 356 strikeouts. This one on the ground. Taylor keeps it in front of him, but can't get it out of the glove. So it'll be a base hit for Glasgow. Call that an error?
I think you got to make that play.
I mean, it's to you. You get your mitt on it.
Yeah, it is going to be an error. I think it's a good official scoring ruling there because it's a play you've got to make once you get to the ball.
Nothing extraordinary about it. You just watch. He's moving to his left.
Yeah, he's got to make that play.
So that'll put a runner on with 1 out here in the top of the 2nd, and bring up Cooper Vance in the 9 spot.
Lamar looking for a double play in the inning.
Vance, senior out of New Waterford, Ohio, one of the few exceptions to the West Coast rule for this Oregon State team. First season with the Beavers.
Glasgow, he hadn't tried very much. He's 1 out of 2 in his steals this year. Olivier throws over.
But you got to remember, he also hasn't played that much. I mean,
Correct.
5 starts.
Snap throw down.
Looked like he was going to go, but makes it back in time.
Nice job there by Benton over at first base for the Cardinals.
There's a look at Theo Coomer behind the plate tonight. Last night it was Jake Wagner. Not sure if his injury might be playing into this. You know, hurt his hand late in the game.
Yeah, he got hit, yeah.
He did have, like he may have had some tape on tonight coming in. Oh, wow.
Up just a bit.
That was close. But it's going to run it to 1-2. Here's another look at it. I might have started there, but it looked like it finished.
Yeah, it
pretty close to the zone there.
Right, it looked like it was right at the letters.
Back up the middle, a chance to turn 2, and instead
another
a little indecision there between Duran and Taylor.
Kevin Durant, second baseman, he tries a little underhand toss, and you're right. It looked like he wasn't really sure what he wanted to do with that baseball, and that's the 2nd error of the inning.
Watch again, and you'll see him almost like, okay, I'll go and make the play myself.
Taylor wasn't even looking when he tossed it. He hadn't even looked back for the ball.
So a pair of errors here in the 2nd. Puts runners at 1st and 2nd with 1 out.
And brings up the top of the batting order.
And loops us back to Easton Talt. Got on with a single and scored on a double by Adam Haight. Ooh, big cut. by Talt that time.
Inning started off with a strikeout and then back-to-back errors, and that's where we are here in the top of the second. Oregon State runners at first and second, and only got one out. Olivier already up over 40.
Once again, a big shift on left side open for Talt. Olivier loses one elevated there, but if we get a shot from behind now, you can see what I'm talking about. Look how big the hole is between third and the shortstop, standing almost behind second base.
Right. If he goes opposite with a ground ball, that's into left field.
Checks the runner at second as Taylor is coming in the bag, kind of sneaking up behind. So Glasgow on second, Vance on first. The other one misses low, just outside. You know, it's a battle for a pitcher, too, when you're not getting the call not to get frustrated.
Yeah, and they got to get up there, refocus, get back and readjust those strikes, but they're getting pitches they think
exactly,
are
that's
strikes.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You feel confident that you delivered, and then you're being denied. There's no question about that one. Good curveball.
Olivier would love to come back right here against Easton Tall, get the strikeout, or maybe a ground ball on the infield.
2-2 count. Fouls that one away. So we had our first, what do you call it? No tap game in the major leagues. No challenge with the ABS system yesterday. Not a single challenge.
Oh, okay. I see
on the ball, on the automatic ball and strike.
They went an entire 9 innings.
An entire 9 without a tap, as they call it.
Without the tap.
Yep.
Wow.
Which is the complete opposite about 99% of the games, which they maximize out. Of course, not available currently in college baseball, but you know, you see the time. Eventually, you got to imagine that every technology seems to trickle down for the most part.
And you got different facilities, different universities may not have the
budget size,
the facilities and the video to do it.
There's a shot, line drive. Not going to be able to double him up, I don't think. No. Almost, but Duran makes a good snag, tries to get it over to Benton in time, but he's not able to come up with it. But still,
Benton did a good job saving that throw, coming over from second base. But a great job there by Duran, going down to glove this baseball
on one knee, and the runner kind of blocks Benton's view, so he has to dig it out.
And that may be.
And I think they're going to have some conversation going on.
They may go look and see if this could be interference coming back to the runner at first with that throw.
But I also saw Mitch Canham come out of the dugout, I think, as well. Head coach for Oregon State. They'll talk about it.
Will Davis is challenging this one. So let's get another look at that, guys, if we could, to see if indeed the runner going back to first, Vance,
gets in between
the throw.
Duran and the ball.
Here we go.
Oh, that's a play before. That's the missed double on the error that put 2 on. Here it is. Snagged by Duran. Then on one knee. That's going to be one of those calls that we're going to have to wait and see.
I'm going to look at third base coach for Oregon State. And I've got him right here in my notes.
And your trusty notes?
In my trusty notes with my papers sticking together. I apologize there.
Wind blowing everything everywhere.
That's Ryan Gibson in his 8th year.
Yeah, we mentioned Mitch Canham in his 7th year at Oregon State. Former player, in fact, was catcher on the back-to-back national championship teams back in 06-07. Enjoyed conversation with him over the course of the last couple of days.
He loves talking baseball.
He does. Caught up with him behind the batting cage today while they were doing batting practice, and I said, so, did you go someplace? Did you have some good food? And he said, no. He said, I went to the hotel. I was bushed.
They had a lot of traveling. They did a lot of traveling, leaving Tuesday or getting in here Wednesday. I mean, they played Tuesday, got here late Wednesday night.
Yeah, so, but even so, got to their hotel, told the players, put on some fresh socks, we're going to practice, came out, and I think from 10 to 11.
Yeah, they were out here at 10 o'clock Wednesday night practicing.
Here comes the call after the review. So the call will stand at first, and the runner will be safe.
Or, you know, he might have even been thinking, did that throw actually beat him back to the bag? That might have been the challenge.
Either way, the runners stand at first and second. 2 out now. And that'll bring up Adam Haight. Had a double his first time up in the second.
Drove in the first of those 2 runs. 10th RBI of the year.
So Talt goes down on the line out to second. Olivier loses that one outside. Count goes to 1-1.
Chris Olivier here with 2 outs in the second, already at 48 pitches.
He's thrown a lot. Well, in the first inning, you went through, 5 in the first? No, 6. 6 hitters in the first inning.
Not sure what they just called there. Yeah, that pitch clock, because they've added a ball.
Yeah, pitch clock violation against Olivier. You know, again, fighting that frustration, feeling like I should have been out of this 3 batters ago. You
had anything here on strikeout and back-to-back errors. He should have went 1, 2, 3 in the inning. He could have.
Got to get past that part of the game, and he's struggling. Winds up issuing a walk to Haight.
That'll load up the bases.
And we'll bring up Bryce Hubbard, the DH.
Designated hitter number 10, Bryce Hubbard.
Hubbard struck out in the first. Second time around for the Beavers. You didn't see last night's game 1. Lamar shaken in the first 2 innings, but then settled down for the next 7 and didn't give up a run. Oh, good pitch.
Yeah, there's no place to put him, Chris. You know, don't want to make a mistake with Hubbard, but you got to throw strikes.
Off-speed pitch. Hubbard steps in, hitting .301. 5 home runs on the season. Puts this one on the ground. With that shift on, again, it's working against Lamar as 2 more will score.
The Cardinals throwing the ball around. Got it.
Errors catching up to Lamar. So with the throwing error, it will put runners at the corners now. And again, the Beavers take advantage of the mistakes, scoring 2.
That is the 3rd error of the inning. Hector Rodriguez tries to throw behind the runner.
But again, look, there is no shortstop. And a great play by Hubbard. Just takes it to the left side. And the shift bites Lamar, and then the overthrow.
Hubbard gets 2 RBI. Driving in Glasgow and Vance. 2 outs in the inning.
Winds up at first base. So got Herbert at first and Haight at third.
3 errors in the inning on Lamar.
Called the strike, appealed to first, gets the call. And it's 1-1. Josh Proctor, the left fielder, popped out to short in the first. Lamar back to standard depth and placement for the infield. A little bit of an exception to that. Durant at second base, playing more towards the bag, leaving a pretty big hole on the right side.
Yeah, he's squeezing the middle.
And Benton trying to hold the runner on at first. That's kind of different. You get to this level, these guys can move the ball around the hitters. This one lifted high out towards left field. Evans calls off Taylor, makes the catch, and there's 3 down, but Lamar gives up 2 more on 3 errors in the second and trail 4-0 as we head for the bottom half of the inning. See the middle of the lineup for the Cardinals: Duran, Coomer, and Valentine coming up next. Dax Whitney working into a second inning. There's those numbers we were talking about beginning of the broadcast. Oregon State pitching. I mean, they're on track to do better than 700 strikeouts for the season.
It's amazing. As you can see, their strikeouts per 9 innings, nearly 14 strikeouts they average a game.
Yeah, I mean, Oregon State's pitching staff recorded at least 10 strikeouts in 22 of their first 27 games. 10 a game. So far, Whitney 1 on the evening. But of course, he has only faced 4 batters so far. So it'll be Duran, Coomer, and Valentine for Lamar here in the bottom of the second. Duran, senior transfer, Cleburne, Texas. First season with Lamar. Takes a big rip at the first pitch. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Duran, 25 starts on the season. Takes a look at another heater, 96.
This is where you could see Dax come in for Oregon State, maybe with a changeup after a 97-96.
Yeah. Well, he's got you looking for it for sure. See where he goes. Does put movement on it, fouled away.
Off speed at 85.
Yeah, exactly. Lamar has seen a lot of top 25 teams this season. In fact, 4, counting Oregon State. Of course, they also played Texas A&M, Texas, and then earlier this week, lost to TCU in a heartbreaker. They actually had a 5-0 lead after 5 innings and wound up losing it 8-6.
Yeah. Got up to a great start up in Fort Worth.
Whitney rocks and delivers. Duran chases, goes down for the second strikeout of the evening for Whitney.
Batting 6, the catcher, number 34, Theo Coomer.
That'll bring up Theo Coomer, the catcher. Coomer, senior transfer out of Dallas. This time last year, he was wearing a maroon jersey, playing for Texas State.
Who will be in the Pac-12 next year with Oregon State.
That's true. Takes a look at another fastball.
And we've talked about this on our broadcast. Just geographically, you see teams in Texas in the Pacific Coast League. You see teams on the Pacific Coast in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Yeah, all that, has become now more about power alliances.
Yeah. You have Cal and Stanford in the ACC.
The shame of it, to as an observer, was the great history that the Pac-12 had.
Oh yeah.
As a kid growing up, you knew that was the West Coast. Oh, good shot out to left. That'll drop. So a base hit for Coomer. Puts a runner on here in the bottom of the second with 1 out. Brings up Balin Valentine, the right fielder. Valentine, got another one of those senior transfers. There's that swing.
13th hit of the year for Theo.
Coomer, not the number of starts that Wagner has had, but they have been splitting time behind the plate.
Balin Valentine's just done a great. I mean, he needs to get that bat going, but defensively, just remarkable the outfield.
He really has. You know, when you talk to like Coach Scott Hatton, the hitting coach for Lamar, and the assistant head coach, he says, you know, I know it's coming. He's just that good of a player, and he's that good of a hitter. That he will get there. It's just a question of when he will get there. There's been no doubt about his ability to play right field. And he can certainly motor once he gets on base.
He can, and he hit up just under 300 last year at conference rival Northwestern State.
Coomer takes a good lead at second. He'll have to come back. 96-mile-an-hour pitch.
Theo hadn't even attempted a steal this season, again in limited action.
Well, he does. He has had 13. I guess this would be his 14th start of the season. Started a lot early, let's put it that way, in the season. And then it's kind of been an alternating situation between he and Jake Wagner as the season progressed. 2-2 count to Valentine here in the bottom of the second. OSU leading 4-0. And Valentine will be strikeout victim number 3 for Dax Whitney. Yeah, just blazing. 96. Steady diet.
Braden Benton, who was Balin Valentine's teammate at Northwestern State last year, steps in the batter's box. A couple of West Texas kids, Valentine Abilene, Benton Lubbock.
Lifted high out towards shallow center. Talt coming on. Makes the catch, and there's 3 away. So Lamar does manage to pick up their first hit of the evening. Can't do much with it. We'll head now to the top of the third. 2 complete. The Beavers on top, 6-0, 4-0. Look at some of the folks up in the stands enjoying some Good Friday baseball here in Beaumont. And again, this is courtesy of D1 Baseball. Talk about projecting way ahead toward the end of the season, of course, and saying that Lamar may find itself in the Austin Regional, and Oregon State and Independent
will host
this season, would host in the first round. It's the first time these two teams have met. Oregon State last played a member of the Southland Conference 5 years ago. They beat McNeese, speaking of the regionals, 6-5 in the Fort Worth Regional.
5, 6, and 7, the batting order for the Beavers coming.
So we'll see Galloway, Singer, Vasquez to start the inning. There's a shot that's going to hop and bounce in front of Duran. Does he make the throw in time? He does, despite dropping it.
You look at that, and that's textbook there by Kevin Duran. You did not give up on it. He dropped it actually twice. You stay with it. You don't try to rush anything. You just get your hands back on that baseball and make a good, strong throw is what you did.
Remain calm. A.J. Singer steps in next. Grounded out to the shortstop. First time up.
This guy last night defensively, just a gold glove on multiple plays.
He made a stop that way, went down to his knees and made the throw to first. Pretty incredible.
From his knees. Yeah.
And just, his range left and right. Lamar in the shift again.
A lot of room on the right side.
And on the right side, huge hole. See if Singer can take advantage of it. Olivier
comes in with a changeup.
I was going to say comes in taking something off and gets ahead 1-2. I would think the best thing that can happen for Chris Olivier right now is a 1-2-3 inning. Comebacker Olivier, plenty of time, makes the throw to first, 2 down. That was interesting because I think Chris Olivier was kind of nonchalant at the beginning and realized, oh, this ball's in play.
I thought my thinking it had more velocity in it. That was going to come to him a lot quicker than it did because he comes off the mound in a hurry. He's waiting for it, then here he comes. So
see what I'm saying, though? He kind of turned sideways and then had to make the move to make the throw, and he does. So that'll bring up Paul Vasquez, number 8 in the order, struck out his first time up.
Oh, my goodness.
Did that
hit him, or did it hit the bat?
That's what I'm curious about. I think he's going to.
Yeah, they pointed towards first base.
Well, there's Mitch Canham coming out of the dugout right there, head coach for Oregon State, as Vasquez takes his base. Oh, yeah, right up across the.
Did that hit the bill of the batting helmet?
I was going to say, I think it hit the visor of the batting helmet. So that's 2 down, 1 on.
Last night, Cardinals pitching hit multiple batters.
5.
Mm-hmm. So you look at it, slow it down. Yeah, that hit the bill of the helmet.
Squares up again, and once again, Olivier comes in high and tight. Backs up Bryson Glasgow. Squares the butt again. This time, Olivier delivers the strike.
He's going around the bunt with 2 outs. He's trying to push it over there on the right side where the pitcher, Olivier, is going to have to come out and make the play because of the shift.
It's one of the things that Mitch Canham was talking to me about the batting cage. I just really wasn't happening with our bunting last night. I felt like there were times that we put ourselves in jeopardy that we really didn't have to, and the other times that we didn't swing away when we should have. Oregon State scoring 2 in the first, 2 in the second for that 4-run lead.
That's a good pitch.
Glasgow watches and is rung up to add another strikeout to Olivier's total, now 62 on the season. We are done with 2.5. And the Beavers are holding on to a 4-0 lead. You're watching Southland Conference Baseball on ESPN. There's a look at Chris Olivier pacing out in the bullpen. Not sure exactly what he's looking for, but going to do his best to stay warm here.
He might be working on something. I'm not sure. No, he's coming back towards the dugout area.
So Dax Whitney, the ace for Oregon State, working into his 3rd inning. Giving up 1 hit, picked up 3 strikeouts. Faces Braden Evans to start the inning. First time up for Evans, the left fielder. Senior out of Pearland, Texas. Made his way to Lamar after some JUCO ball at Wharton County.
High pitch there as Evans was trying to adjust. Goes off his bat. He was up to count.
Whitney, another one of those cool distinctions, named to the midseason watch list for Baseball America's Player and Pitcher of the Year on Wednesday. He's one of only 2 players on both lists. USC's Mason Edwards, the other. Loses that one low and inside. falls behind 2-1.
Like we're seeing here tonight, whenever he gets on the mound, whatever city he stops in, he's going to see a lot of radar guns.
Going to run the count to 3-1 to the first man up here for Lamar. In the bottom of the third. That one shot out, but look how deep Singer is playing.
Climbs the ladder and pulls that one down out of the sky.
Singer, though, is shallow right field when he makes that catch, and it was a good one, but look how deep he is. And then we saw his vertical. He can get up. Singer, 5'10", but had no problem getting up to that one for the first out here in the bottom of the third. That'll take us back to the top of the order. Bo Durbin, the DH, struck out in the first. I was talking with both coaches about shifting earlier today before the game, and as I mentioned earlier, Mitch Canham, catcher for this Oregon State team in the College World Series. I said, you know, what's your thought on shifting? And, you know, do you remember, did you ever shift? He goes, no, there was no such thing. We didn't shift.
Yep.
You know, I said, no, I said, so where does that come from? He says, I think, you know, we shift. It's a relative new, everybody, it's a trending thing. But so much of it comes now that you have video of everything. You have electronic tracking of everything. And it's just numbers. You know, it's about tendencies.
Growing up,
big swing by Durbin.
Yeah, growing up in our world, you know, you're right. There was no such thing as a shift. You played straight away wherever you were.
The only thing you might have done was take a step left or right.
Yeah.
Or maybe backed up a little bit. But you would have never, if you were playing second, you know, if I'm playing catcher, I would have never expected to look up and see what Oregon State's doing right now for sure, where you take every single infielder except for the first baseman and move him to the left side, or to see the second baseman standing, you know, 20 feet out in right field. This one lifted to right by A.J. Taylor and an easy catch for Haight to end the inning. So it's a 1-2-3 for Dax Whitney. We are headed into the top of the fourth with no change in the score. Well, now we got a good idea of why we saw Chris Olivier walking around in the bullpen. He is done for the night. Cooper Colgren coming in to take his place, the right-handed senior out of Topeka, Kansas. Surprised by that?
Well, his pitch count was getting up, and this is a non-conference game.
Well, that's true. I guess you think so much about the matchup. He winds up going 3 innings, giving up 4 hits, 4 runs, picks up 3 strikeouts. Again, done for the night. Cooper Colgren will come into this one.
Dan mentioned Washburn University or Washburn College, and out of Topeka, Kansas.
We have seen Colgren often as the second man up in these weekend series. But he also pitched midweek. He did an inning against TCU. In fact, last 2 midweek games, Tarleton State went an inning and a third. He's worked 18 2/3 over the season, given up 22 hits, 16 runs. Got 18 strikeouts to go with that. He'll face the bottom of the lineup to start the fourth, and Cooper Vance got a single in the second. Colgren, as you mentioned, at Washburn University. Made 13 starts last year, 1 complete game, 72 2/3. Looked at it, not going to get the call from first base umpire Michael Anderson. Brian Oberholzer behind the plate. Clayton Park over at third. Our crew for the weekend. That one's fouled away.
We talked about this earlier, and we'll bring it up periodically throughout the game. Tomorrow, the final game of the series has been moved from 3 o'clock Central to 1 o'clock Central.
Yeah, we got some weather rolling in. Expected to be, I mean, last time I looked, it was like 90% chance of rain tomorrow.
Yeah, coming in around sundown is when it's expected.
So in order to try to be that, and I got to imagine that the Oregon State, not too disappointed with the idea. Of course, they won't be able to get out any earlier. Their flights are booked.
Yeah, they'll fly out Sunday.
Vance flies out to center for out number 1.
So for the viewers out in Corvallis, you could have brunch while the first pitch gets underway at 11 o'clock your time.
Flips us back to the top of the order. Easton Talt. We enjoyed some conversation with his father this afternoon. Coming in from Peoria, is that what he's?
Yeah, but it's Arizona though. Because he went to high school in Sunrise, Arizona. He's going to fly back to Phoenix. Sean Talt, his flight leaves, I think, at 10 o'clock Sunday night from Houston.
Fouls that one away.
And he should have told us an interesting tidbit. The starting pitcher for Oregon State decides what uniform combination they're going to wear that night.
Yeah. And apparently, that being said, for Whitney, he likes the all gray. Not going to get the call. It's going to go to 1-2 against Talt. Singled in the first, lined out in the second. Fourth year at Oregon State. Colgren loses that one outside. You know, and you look, I like the Oregon State uniforms that we've seen to this point. Classic black last night, coming back with the gray today. Lamar with their pinstripe.
I like the both white uniforms of Lamar. I like the lettering on the ones we saw last night, but I really like these pinstripes.
I mean, you know, I'm kind of one of those guys. I was telling that because I don't know why it came to my head, but I started asking about. I guess, you know, I know why, because not Oregon State, but Oregon, and the number of different uniforms you'll see from the Ducks over the course of the year in any sport. So I thought, you know, and it to some degree you wonder, you know, OSU keeps it pretty minimal, pretty basic, pretty classic, you know, in what they wear, which is cool, you know, and you wonder if any of that balances out the state for what you see there. But for Lamar, they have 5 tops, 5 pants. They can mix and match. They don't in every combination.
Yeah, there's some combinations.
Some just don't work.
They
just don't work. I think my favorite is when they wear the black jerseys with this pant.
Yeah, that's
and
a good
you don't
look.
see that very often, but I do like it.
That's a good look.
Or maybe the black jersey with that pant and a red cap. You know, there's so many cool combinations that they can go with. That one fouled away, and the count goes full 3-2 to Easton Talt. This is kind of what he did his first time up back in the first inning, and then wound up coming up with a single to start the game. And he'll be back on base again as Cooper Colgren issues his first walk of the evening.
Second walk for Cardinal pitching as Olivier walked Haight, who's stepping in the batter's box. Again, watch out for Easton Talt. He does take off. He has 12 steals this year in 15 attempts.
He can move. Looks that way. This one carried out to left, and Braden Evans comes in to make the catch for out number 2. Bring up Bryce Hubbard, the DH. 1 for 2 on the evening. Struck out in the first, got a single in the second. Hubbard now 1 for 6 on the series. Went 3 for 4 in that losing effort against Washington earlier this week. Oregon State suffering their first home loss of the season, an 18-2 setback to the University of Washington. 1 on, 2 out. Colgren checks the runner.
You can see those clouds, yeah.
See some of those dark clouds hanging out over Vincent Beck tonight. We've seen a few light showers through the day. Again, we started the game at 80 degrees. Pitch outside. 80 miles an hour.
Comes in with that changeup. Nice curveball, drops in.
Harold and I both been around broadcasting for a few years.
Yeah, just a couple.
But we've kind of spent some time this season talking about, okay, let's see how many new community colleges we run across that we have not seen. Well, I've been doing this for almost 50 years, and you've been doing it for 40 probably, right?
40 plus, yeah.
How about that? Right back to Benden. Steps on the bag. Ends the inning. So we will head into the bottom half of the 4th. OSU on top of Lamar 4-0. This week, Lamar introducing their new head basketball coach, Jordan Fee.
Where he's holding that jersey number 13 because he's the 13th head coach
there you go.
in program history.
Might have thought, oh, he must have worn that when he was a player. And he was a player.
He was. He played for his dad, the high school coach. The Dr. Jaime Taylor, president of Lamar, on the left. Athletic director Jeff O'Malley on the right.
That Jeff cleans up pretty good, doesn't he?
He does. He,
coat and tie. I'm used to seeing President Taylor in a coat and tie.
Tell you, Dr. Taylor, he flies around the campus on a scooter.
Well, they both do.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the mode of transportation for almost all the administration.
Once the president got one, the AD had to get one too.
Oh, is that how that worked?
Oh, yeah. That's my story anyway.
Well, you can take that up with Jeff. It is Tab Tracy stepping in to start the inning for Lamar in the 3 spot. Center fielder walked first time up. One of the few base runners Lamar has had.
Has a chance here.
Cooper Vance can't dig the ball out of his glove, and it's going to be a base hit for Tracy to start the inning.
Second hit for the Cardinals.
And a leadoff base runner, something they haven't seen much in this series. And Cooper Vance has to make a big run. By the time he gets there, he realizes he's not going to be able to get it out in time. So Hector Rodriguez will step in with a runner on. Switch hitting. Third baseman will bat left-handed against the righty. Dax Whitney, 3 complete, giving up 2 hits. Added 4 more strikeouts to his total, now at 82.
95 to 83 in back-to-back pitches.
pretty stiff breeze coming in from center field, gusting to 25. Close, but no call. 1-2 count. Lamar returning 6 pitchers, 5 position players from last year's team. Hector, one of those players, position players.
Tracy's been on base both times. We mentioned following his walk, 13 stolen bases.
This one on the ground, chance for the double play. Can they turn it? Get the one in second. Will not be able to get it first, but there will be no interference call. That came up last night. This time Tab Tracy hits the ground, slides into second.
Fielder's choice for Rodriguez, and to throw a little bit, stretching. Vance had to stretch for that throw a little bit, and that took any chance away from a double play.
That'll bring up Kevin Duran, the second baseman. Duran, you see 3 home runs on the season and go along with 17 RBIs.
Strikeout victim to start the second.
You know, not only does Dax Whitney have the velocity, he has the spin, he has the placement to go along with it. That one kind of gets away from him. One of the few we've seen. His pitch count up to 51 now here in the 4th. The most he's faced any one inning has been 4, and he's done that twice. This one should be able to get that one into the gap. So a base hit for Duran puts 2 on with 1 out.
2 hits in the inning, 3 total hits on the evening for the Lamar Cardinals.
We'll bring up Theo Coomer.
He has the 3rd hit. He had Lamar's first hit back in the 2nd inning.
Oregon State with a pair in the 1st, another pair in the 2nd to take that 4-run lead. Comebacker should be an easy out. Nobody at first, but
that's a good play there by the pitcher, Whitley.
I was going to say Whitley athletic enough to adjust. How many times do pitchers work on playing?
Yeah, he turns around to look, and the first baseman, Glasgow, had wanted off the bag to try to field that ball. So his only play was to try to outrun Coomer to the bag, and he did.
We'll move Rodriguez to 3rd, Duran to 2nd, but it now sends Valentine up with 2 outs.
Balin was a strikeout victim.
Fouls that one into the mitt. Falls behind 0-2. And that will end the inning with the strikeout after Lamar advances as far as they've been all night. Get a runner to 3rd, but can't do anything with it. Leave 2 stranded. We have played 4 complete. Kind of that strange time of the day, you know, we're right. Sun's beginning to set a little bit towards dusky and gets a little bit harder to see. Gray skies out there with that potential for rain both this evening and tomorrow. Dan Gresham along with Harold Mann, and again, it's 4-0 OSU. Big outing here for Lamar. Not too many times you get a chance as a mid-major to play host to a top 10 school
and a team that
in a series.
Yeah, in a series. Yeah, you'll do the one game midweek, but you're also playing a school that has had several reservations in Omaha.
Proctor leads things off here in the top of the fifth.
That's 4, 5, and 6, right? The heart of the batting order for Oregon State.
I don't know about you, but it seems to me it would stand to reason that, I guess it all depends on the way you look at it, but it would seem that, that Oregon State has more to lose than probably Lamar has to gain out of a win in a series like this. I get it. I mean, Lamar could say, hey, we beat a top 10 team, but if you're Oregon State, you've got to say we lost
to a mid-major.
Right. Oh, off the glove. Colgren, can he get it in time? Tries to scoop it and tosses it over the head of Benton, but he was so far behind on that play, I'm not sure he had any other choice.
Yeah, they put a hit up on the board, and you've got it. It's just you can't give an error because, I mean, that ball ricochets off his glove. His only hope is the underhand scoop there with the glove. That's definitely a hit.
Yeah, I mean, again, a right-hander going that direction, the odds of being able to barehand it and toss it the opposite direction, not very high. So the runner's on to start the inning, and that will bring up Jacob Galloway, the catcher.
Another reason why it's good for Lamar to play a team like an Oregon State. If the Cardinals win the Southland Conference tournament, this is the type of teams you're going to be seeing in regionals.
Absolutely. But, we have so much talk going around when you're in a mid-major. It's RPI this and RPI that. And to some degree, you start wondering how much of that really comes into play. It'd be one thing if we saw it year after year, a mid-major get an at-large based on their strength of schedule, but it just doesn't happen that often.
Right. I mean, you go back a couple years ago, Lamar won 4 or 42 of Slepson's, then they swept Oklahoma and did not get an at-large.
Again, Cooper Colgren now working into his second inning for Lamar. Chris Olivier exiting after 3. This one lifted out to center. Tab Tracy takes a few steps to his left, gets under it. There's one down. It's going to bring up A.J. Singer, the second baseman.
0 for 2. He has a ground out to short, grounded back to the mound. Slow roller in front of the mound.
Singer 0 for on the series, went 0 for 2 in game 1.
But the leather has paid off for him this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those, as a coach, I think that you can excuse, a couple of games where you're not up to your average when you see that kind of defense. It's a trade-off. Glove for bat. I mean, on the year, he's 250. Got 26 hits, 22 RBIs. Got 3 home runs. Looks at that one, catches the outside. Falls behind 0-2. For those of you watching out in Oregon, Vincent Beck, 57th season as the home for Lamar baseball. Started calling it home back in '69. Didn't look anything like it does today.
Not even close.
I think it'd be fair to say that one of the nicer facilities in the Southland Conference, ranking way up there as a place to play. This one, another one. Tracy doesn't even have to move. Catches that one for the second out.
Lamar just a few weeks away. May 2nd is the projected date for the opening of the new field house, clubhouse, if you will. Coach's office, locker room, player lounge.
Film room.
Yeah, right behind.
Hall of Fame, Baseball Hall of Fame, right? Going into that same building. Again, part of a Huge donation from Glenn Morgan and his wife. Pass ball.
By the way, you mentioned Glenn and his wife. They met here at Vincent Beck Stadium during a Texas League Golden Gators game.
I have heard that story from them. Be a beautiful building when they're finished, and every time you drive by on the way to the park, you see a little bit closer to completion. Got the colors up on the front now.
Yeah. Good pitch.
Yeah. Colgren goes even at 1 to Vasquez. Vasquez came into the series hitting safely 5 of 6. Won't get the hit this time, though, as Duran gobbles it up. Gets it over to Benton for out number 3. You're watching Southland Conference Baseball on ESPN. Lamar trailing Oregon State 4-0. Here's a look at Dax Whitney. 4 innings pitched. He's given up 3 hits total, picked up 5 strikeouts. Here's a look at D1 Baseball's top 10. You see UCLA up at the top, Texas in at 2.
You look at that top 10. Lamar's played 2 of those schools.
Oregon State at number 9 in D1. They're also, depending on who you look at, number 8 in another poll out this week. Bottom half of the 5th, start things off with Braden Benton, the first baseman.
Dax Whitney, he came into this game, and we talked about it at the onset. 78 strikeouts come in, and he's added 4 to that with only 14 walks, and he's added 1 to that. So,
and has been consistent upper 90s all night long. That one at 97. May not see triple digits, but it's going to be awful close.
Yeah, I think the hardest we've seen so far tonight's 98.
It's hard to fathom. And you watch a pitch at that kind of velocity, how quickly you've got to make the move on it as a batter. And Braden Benton adds to that strikeout total for Whitney. He is getting up to 5 on the evening.
He got 5 strikeouts.
Take a look at this one. Runs it right into him. Working very comfortably is Whitney. Doesn't hurt that he's got that 20-mile-an-hour wind at his back, making you feel even more comfortable that if you do make a mistake, it probably is not going to be one that hurts you too deeply. Braden Evans has seen his average drop to 207. Does have 3 home runs on the season, including a walk-off to right against Tarleton State.
That was a 10-inning walk-off home run.
Lined out his first time and only time up back in the 3rd.
That was just a good play out there by A.J. Singer. We can see how deep he plays at second base.
Boy, and he is back there again, isn't he?
With a left-handed hitter.
And a whiff for Evans. K number 2 in the inning for Whitney. And that'll take us back to the top of the order and Bo Durbin. Durbin, 2 of the 7 strikeouts on the night. That one fouled straight back. Again, this game billed as a pitcher's duel coming in. Had best of the Southland Conference going up against one of the best in the nation. This one on the ground. Should be out, number 3, and it is. So we played 5 complete. Oregon State getting 2 in the first, 2 in the second to take a 4-0 lead into the 6th. Well, we mentioned Lamar softball making an amazing comeback. There to witness it all. Birthday ladies, Kaylee Cuevas and Ava Blakely.
Happy birthday, ladies, and you and your team got a doubleheader sweep.
That was a great gift.
Yeah.
Right there for your birthday. They'll play again tomorrow. Close out the series, which of course now they have won the series, but more importantly, want to keep that
Lane Sparks
12-game streak alive. I honestly was sitting here staring going, am I seeing number 13? And that is the case. It's going to be Lane Sparks step up on the mound. To my knowledge, first time this season that we'll check the stats and make sure that's correct.
Yeah.
Sparks, a right-hander out of Brenham, Texas. Yeah, no pitching statistics at all for Lane Sparks for the season. I'm looking back at his JUCO and I'm not seeing pitching, but that doesn't mean that he hasn't. Obviously, Will Davison is pitching coach with enough confidence to put him in.
Just give him a chance here. You know, he's an outfielder for the Cardinals.
Well, he can, you know, and he's a very talented outfielder, very fast. I have no doubt that he probably pitched some in high school, if not also at the junior college level. We just don't have statistical information that would suggest that he did. Either way, facing Brian Glasgow, who fouls that one away and he gets ahead 1-2.
8-9-1 here in the batting order. Glasgow reached on there and scored and struck out 0 for 2 with a run scored.
Certainly carries himself like a guy who's spent some time on the mound. That one right back, comes off his foot.
Infield single.
Take another look at it. He says he's fine. Yeah, off his right heel. It actually been better off. I'm sorry. I think I stabbed you a while ago.
You did. I've got an ink mark on my knee.
As long as it doesn't require stitches, I think you'll be okay, man. Sorry.
It'll quit hurting. The pain goes away.
Exactly. You got another knee. What are you worried about?
Yeah, I'm good.
That one kind of gets away from Sparks up top. Glasgow on for the second time this evening. Had a single in the second, wound up scoring. So lifted high. And Tab Tracy will call everybody off. He'll take it. There'll be one away.
Top of the batting order, Easton Talt. Single line out walk. Came in hitting .259. 24 RBI, couple home run.
Should mention 1 for 2 with a run scored this evening. One out, one on.
That's a really good pitch coming
It
in.
is.
That's lefty versus lefty matchup. Again, Lane Sparks, this is his first outing of the year on the mound.
A little bit surprising, only because we've seen situations where Lamar has worked through as many as 6 or 7 pitchers, and you've never seen Lane Sparks. You know, but you know some of these guys, and you've heard the stories before where, you know, position players will say, hey, give me a chance. You know, I pitched in high school, or, you know, give me a chance, see what I can do.
Well, here's your chance.
And Sparks is getting his tonight. That one's going to be just fouled down the third baseline. I guarantee you they'd like nothing more than to find another arm. Pitching has been a struggle this season for Lamar.
Well, early on, you lose 2 for the year.
Yeah, and one of them very highly touted.
Mm-hmm.
How about that? Gets the strikeout. And almost lost it on the throwdown as Taylor slides going to second.
Glasgow gets that stolen base. AJ with this throw down to second, falling to strikeout, had to save because the throw was on the third base side of the bag.
Right. So that'll move Glasgow to second with 2 outs and bring up Haight, the right fielder. One for 2 on the evening. Picked up an RBI, wound up scoring as well back in the first inning.
Like Haight was kind of squaring up there, maybe trying to push it on that first base side with the left-handed pitcher falling away on the third base side, and your second baseman Duran playing squeeze in the middle. He did it again.
Right side wide open. Shift is on for Lamar to the left side.
He looked over towards first base.
Sparks checks the runner at second. Delivers ground ball. Rodriguez with the throw.
How about Lane Sparks?
Will end the inning and give Lane Sparks his first inning on the mound. Gets a few congratulatory pats from his teammate as he heads for the dugout. Got a little bit of moisture hanging in the air. Here's the game summary as we get into the bottom of the 6th. And again, much like last night here, all scoring for Oregon State in the first 2 innings.
Yeah, last night they scored a run in the first, a run in the second, won 2-0. Tonight, 2 in the first, 2 in the second. As you see, up 4-0.
And there you can see they have picked up 6 hits. Lamar's picked up 3.
2, 3, and 4 in the Cardinal batting order, stepping in the box here in the 6th, leading off with A.J. Taylor. Nobody throwing, but we do have personnel down in the Oregon State bullpen.
Ooh, Whitney brings it in tight.
That'll wake you up at 96.
Let me tell you. Taylor steps right back in. 0 for 2 on the night. Takes a look at a curve. Doesn't drop in. Dax Whitney adding 7 strikeouts to his season total here in the first 5 innings he's pitched.
That's 85 on the year.
I don't wonder how high or how far he'll go. 69 the pitch count now here in the top of the 6th.
I thought you said smoke.
Evens it up at 2 That 95-mile-an-hour fastball. See where he takes this one. Right down the middle. Taylor whiffs. And add another K to the total for the night. I'll bring up Tab Tracy, his third time up. 1 for 2. That just, again, shows you the velocity.
97 miles per hour.
At some point, it almost becomes a guessing game as a batter. That one with some stuff on it, but inside. Oh, yeah. Great placement.
Evens up the count. Lamar obviously needs base runners to start chipping away here. We're in the 6th inning with Oregon State in Beaumont leading the Cardinals 4-0.
That one on the ground comes to Singer. Going to have to make a quick throw, and he does.
You're going, regardless of where you are on the infield, if Tab Tracy's running up that line, you're going to have to make a quick throw. This guy busted up that line every time. A routine grounder, he is busting it up the line.
Watch how quick Singer gets it out of his glove. You really can't see it from that angle, but he had to hustle. Makes the play and brings up Hector Rodriguez. Fouls the first pitch away. Rodriguez came into the end season injured. Didn't play for about the first 10 games or so, but has started the last 16. You know, for the casual observer, you're kind of going, okay, so what are they going to do when Hector Rodriguez gets healthy? Because they had Bo Durbin over at third to start the season. Then they wound up moving Durbin to the DH. That one's clubbed out towards center underneath it. The wind holds it up, though. And that's going to be 2 down. Fans got a little bit excited. That one kind of headed the right direction. It's the end of the inning. And we're about to take a stretch here in the middle of the 7th with the visitors. I'm sorry, the 6th. We're going to the top of the 7th. I've had a long day. We're going to the top of the 7th.
We can stretch now, too.
I'm going to stretch it out. You can stretch with me at the beginning of the 7th instead of the middle. So a new pitcher stepping on to the mound for Lamar. I think that might be what we see for the rest of the night.
Yeah, this guy,
Tanner Carlisle,
out of Midland, Texas, went to Midland Christian High School, played in the TAPS League of Texas in high school out of Paris Junior College. Danny, he's made what? He's made a couple of appearances already.
Yeah, he has. Let's wrap it up first for Lane Sparks. Goes 1 complete, gives up 1 hit, picks up 1 strikeout. Tanner Carlisle becomes the 4th pitcher for Lamar. Tanner, a redshirt junior, 6'1", righty. Mentioned he's got a couple of outings. Went in that Texas A&M blowout, pitched an inning in that one, gave up 3 runs on 2 hits, then came in for the Sam Houston midweek game. Went 2 outs in that one. So only an inning and 2/3 pitched on the season for Tanner Carlisle. And now you get to face the number 9 or number 8, depending on which poll you're looking at,
and you get to
team
face,
in the country.
And you get to face 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order.
Well, you might as well start off right.
Yeah.
Send me the best, right? He will see Hubbard, Proctor, and Galloway to lead off the inning. Bryce Hubbard, 1 for 2. Actually 1 for 3. 2 RBIs for Hubbard on a single in the second. You look at Oregon State's record, they've been to the College World Series 8 times since 1952. National champs 3 times, 06, 07, and 2018.
Yeah, most recently 18.
And then last year, finished 5th in Omaha. Oh, that's a long shot to right. That may be gone, and it is. Say goodnight.
Hubbard's 6th home run of the year. And that makes it a 5-0 game here in the top of the 7th inning.
Solo shot for Bryce Hubbard. Got all of that one.
He gets around on it.
Yeah, just pulls it. Wind doesn't bother that one at all. Look at this, clears the second fence. A little bit confusing when you look at the outfield fence. Looks like it's about 30 feet tall. It's really 2 fences, one in front of the other.
Yeah, there's a gap between the 2 fences.
Yeah, it's about 3 feet between the 2 fences. You know, I've never really been told how tall. I'm guessing about 10 or 11 on that bottom fence, and then over the top, I would think another probably 10.
Yeah.
Of course, the back fence is where you see most of the advertising when you look into the outfield.
The money fence.
True enough.
Yeah.
Josh Proctor, the left fielder, steps in with nobody on now, nobody out. Here in the top of the 7th.
He has a base hit here tonight, a pop out, fly out, and a single.
Tanner with a strike on the 88-mile-an-hour fastball. It's a lot to ask for somebody who's only pitched 1 2/3 innings to step in and face this lineup.
And we'll go back an inning ago. You had a guy out there who hadn't thrown all year.
That's true, too. Proctor on with the walk. That'll bring up Jacob Galloway, the catcher.
Jace Hutchins, Cardinals' first-year pitching coach, walking towards the mound.
Got some activity going on out in the bullpen.
Also going to get a pinch runner, looks like, for Oregon State. Nyan Hayes out of New Orleans. I think he pinch ran last night, too.
I got a feeling they'll just leave him in. I mean, I may be wrong. We'll see. Yeah,
Nothing yet.
Yeah, I don't see him taking the ball away from him, so there's a look at Jace Hutchins. Again, first year with Lamar. Comes much like Will Davis from a line of coaches. Dad on the staff at Texas A&M, has been there for a long time.
Yeah, a couple decades of the baseball operations at up in Aggieland.
Jace, a pitcher himself, played for the University of Texas before coming back home to College Station and A&M to finish up his career. Spent some time coaching in the minor leagues.
They'd just been hired by the Cubs when Lamar made a pitching coach's change. Well, actually, the coach McGrath left
to go to pro ball.
To go to pro ball, so they're bringing Jace in.
Nobody out, one on. Galloway almost got that one in down the third baseline.
Waking up teammates in the bullpen.
Galloway, we mentioned, on the Buster Posey Award watch list. Announcement made on Wednesday. That award given to the best catcher in the country. Solid shot to Rodriguez. Tries to skip it back to double it up. Doesn't get it there in time. But it will be one down on the line out. And that'll bring up Singer, the second baseman.
Still looking for his first hit of the series. 0 for 3 today.
Yeah, went 0 for 2 last night. He's a JUCO guy. Iowa Western Community College.
In Council Bluffs, Iowa.
Ah, you know that one, do you?
I do know that one.
Well, it's in your, your backyard
It's
there.
it's in my wheelhouse.
Yeah. I did get him on one earlier tonight, though. Told him that Brian Glasgow went to Clackamas Community College.
That's in Oregon.
We both looked at each other like, how do you
Where?
spell that? Just like it sounds.
That was a C-R-K.
C-L-A-R-K-A-M-A-S. Clackamas.
I think it's near Portland, but it is in Oregon. There are so many JUCOs in this country.
Oh, my. I always find it fun just to see the different names, in places, and always try to figure out where is it, based solely on the name, nothing else. And it'll fool you about 70% of the time.
We had a pitcher last year, the year before, from State Fair Community College.
Yeah.
That's in Sedalia, Missouri.
And then there are those community colleges that you should know, but you don't. I'll be honest, until the first of this season, and I grew up near there. Chance for a double play. Not going to get it. Get the front end. As Proctor will be taken out at second, but Singer will be safe at first.
We may get a look at this one. Will Davis did not come out of the dugout.
No, he didn't.
This
But
might be
we are going to have a video review.
This could be an umpire's challenge.
It could.
Or review. I don't want to say
They can
challenge.
have that prerogative if they want.
Unless Coach, I just didn't see him come out of the
Well,
dugout.
it's very easy. He could have just taken one step. Here's a look at the replay. Head down for Singer. Yeah, I think he got in there. Be hard to believe they will overturn it based on the video evidence. Look, he got his foot down in the safety bag. Just a beat ahead of the throw. No, but I didn't know Bossier Parish Community College was playing baseball and softball. Up in Shreveport,
area.
Yeah. Very familiar. I just didn't realize they were playing. There's a look at Benton and Duran. Can players hang out on the field, but that would not have been, well, that would have been the third out if it was in fact.
Right. If they overruled this, that would end the inning. Another
One more
look at it.
yeah.
This angle here may give us a better look at it.
Foot.
There we go, guys. Good job.
Right there, down, and then there comes the ball.
Then the ball. He's safe.
I think they probably won't overturn that.
That angle there makes it look like it's an obvious safe.
Every time we do that, and you see it in real time, and then the guys in the trailer slow it down to really slow motion, just makes you appreciate how hard it is in real time for this umpire crew standing behind the bags.
I think they got it right. He's safe.
There's the call. From Brian Oberholzer, who's behind the plate along with Michael Anderson at first.
Third baseman, number 26.
And then Clayton Park as third base. And again, the crew remains the same for all 3 games. They just rotate position. Will take us down to the 7th spot in the order. Paul Vasquez, third baseman. 284 on the season, 13 RBIs, 10 runs. Vasquez, a sophomore out of Covina, California. Started 22 games this season.
Two outs here in the 7th. Cardinals trying to get out of this inning following the leadoff home run by Bryce Hubbard. He smashed that one over the right field wall.
Tanner Carlisle in for his first inning of work for Lamar. 4th pitcher of the game. Falls behind 3-1. Again, Oregon State playing as a D1 independent. Not too many other schools you can think about that have success as an independent. They will be going back to conference play next season
in the new Pac-12.
First baseman, number 20, Bryson Glasgow.
I knew from Texas. I knew that Texas State was going in to the Pac-12.
Yeah,
but Dallas Baptist is as well.
We were talking with Mitch Canham, the head coach for Oregon State. I jokingly said, are they calling it the state conference now? Because every team, you know, in it is a state school. And he said, well, yeah, jokingly he said, yeah, Dallas Baptist is going to call it Dallas Baptist State so they can be a member of the conference. All right, so here we go. Pitching change number 5 for the Cardinals.
Fabian Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Multiple appearances this year.
Yeah, I was going to say a fan favorite here at Lamar, but has not had the number of innings pitched that we have seen in the past. So that will do it for Carlisle. He winds up going 2/3 of an inning, gives up a hit, a run, and a couple of walks. Ramirez will come into this one now and take over, inherit the 2 runners that are on base. 5'9" senior out of Houston, a JUCO player at Wharton Community College for a couple of years. This is his 2nd year at Lamar. Last year, 2-1 record, put in 23 appearances, even had a start, but this season fewer appearances. It's gone 10 2/3. I think the longest he's gone is 2.
Mentioned the Houston Milby High School over in Houston.
This is his 11th appearance of the season. He's given up 5 hits, 2 runs.
One o'clock start tomorrow. Initially on the board as 3, with the threat of rain coming in late tomorrow. They've moved it to 3 o'clock. Excuse me, from 3 to 1.
Here's a look at Mitch Canham, head coach for Oregon State. As we mentioned, in his 7th season.
The Pat Casey head coach.
Yeah.
And by the way, Pat Casey played for the Beaumont Golden Gators in the Texas League right here at Vincent Beck Stadium.
There's that full circle moment for you. A lot of schools now have these endowed coaching positions. Go back to play. Glasgow steps in with 2 out, 2 on. Here in the top of the 7th.
Back in the mid to late 80s, this stadium hosted a AA Padres franchise of the Texas League.
Spent a few nights out here watching some pretty good baseball. Oh, nice play by Ramirez. Has to reach over his shoulder to make the catch.
Yeah, Hector Rodriguez went up and pulled that one out of the sky.
That'll end the threat here at the top of the 7th. Another look as we go to break. And now it is the 7th inning stretch. Oh, we're stretching it out.
Oh, we are.
Lone Star style. Deep in the heart of Texas. Tradition here at Vincent Beck Stadium. Everybody glad to take your time, stretch it out a little bit. There's some of the crowd. Don't forget, as Harold just mentioned, you still got a chance to get out and see some good D1 baseball. Not just tomorrow, but the remainder of the season here at Vincent Beck.
Coming up on Tuesday, coming up on Tuesday, the Tulane Green Wave come to town.
Yeah, the wave rolls in. Yeah, big night for Dax Whitney. Now gone over the 200 career strikeout mark. Started the game at 198, so he did that pretty quickly. He's at 78 for the season.
Well, coming in, now he's up around 85. 86 was his total tonight. 86 on the year.
Kevin Durant starts things off here in the bottom half of the 7th for Lamar. 1 for 2, picked up a base hit in the 4th. Lamar not really able to mount much of a threat in this game to this point.
Single in the 2nd, couple hits in the 4th, and that's been it.
Did manage to get a runner to 3rd. I think it was back in the 4th inning, Rodriguez, but that's been pretty much it. That one fouled straight back. Oh, I should have started that bat flip count tonight.
Doing over, under.
Durant is really going to town. Takes a look at the ball, so leaving it up at 2-2. Mentioned Lamar coming into this one 17-13 on the season, 10-5 in Southland Conference play. Of course, taking a break from conference action this weekend.
Back in conference next weekend down in Thibodaux, Louisiana.
Yes, sir.
Against Nichols.
We'll check around the rest of the Southland Conference, keeping an eye on those other teams. Northwestern State, of course, tied at the top with Lamar.
Gonna get him.
Gonna ring him up. He thought he was on his way to first. Now he's on his way to the dugout. Here's another look at it. Drops the curveball in.
I think that's 9 tonight.
I think you would be right. Next up, Coomer, the catcher. 1 for 2. Coomer, well-traveled. Benedictine College in the Heart of America Conference.
That's going to be in Kansas.
Then spent a year at Navarro College, which is JUCO here in Texas.
I think Benedictine's in Atchison, Kansas.
And then Texas State last year. Coomer 24 games. Made 16 starts before jumping into the portal, landing here in Beaumont. Wind dying down just a bit here as we get into the evening. Sunset and the winds eased up. I mentioned we started the game and had gust to 25 out of the south-southeast. If you need an enticement to come out to the game tomorrow, I believe it's going to be T-shirt. Is that what I heard a while ago?
That is correct. The first 250 fans out will be getting a T-shirt.
That one fouled away into the bullpen.
My favorite night so far this year at Vincent Beck was Blanket Night.
I knew you were going there. Blanket Night.
Blanket Night.
Yeah.
Is yours still in the car?
Mine is in the truck. I intend to leave it there. That's exactly what, to me, it would be good to have with you no matter what. Chopper foul. Again, Lamar Cardinal fans have not had a lot to cheer about tonight. It's been a struggle. Only 3 hits. They have left 4 on base over the course of the first 6.5. Another one fouled away. Duran trying to hang in there.
When Oregon State leaves Beaumont, they fly to Spokane, Washington Sunday, then bus over to Pullman for a 3-day stay in Pullman and play Washington State.
Going to run out of baseballs. Going to have to reload here.
About 4 dozen a game.
Yeah, that's about the average. Usually bring them out anywhere from 4 to 6 at a time. Hand them out to the home plate umpire. Yeah, swing and a miss. Makes it 2 Ks in a row as we are working into the 7th. Good night for Dax Whitney. Look at that. Velocity that time took something off at 75.
Wonder if this could be the last inning for him, as we do have action inside that Oregon State bullpen down the left side.
Well, it's a good chance he'll, pitch count could be right up there at 100 by the time he's finished, depending on what happens here against Balin Valentine. How about a base hit?
There you go.
Only the 4th of the night for Lamar. Tell you what, you got a runner on with wheels, that's for sure. Ask the coaching staff about speed on the team, and they'll tell you Sparks, Valentine, Sunday, Tracy are the guys that got the wheels. But with 2 outs.
Balin's 1 out of 2 in his steals this year. And this may be the end of the night. We'll wait and see. That's not the head man going out there.
No, but the pitching coach is headed that direction.
Yeah.
And, it is a non-conference game. Of course, they're all all non-conference for
Oregon State.
Oregon State, but my point is, it's not a game of importance. Although, I mean, if you want to take it to the point of complete game and a shutout, that'd be one way to look at it.
Correct.
Don't see that very often anymore. Pitchers going 9 complete. But he will stay the course. Whitney not going anywhere at this point. That's Rich Dorman keeping track. Braden Benton 0 for 2 in this one. He is 0 for 5 in the series. His batting average now down to 239. Fouls that one out. .21 hits on the season, 14 RBIs, 26 walks. At one time led the Southland Conference in walks.
Count evens up. Pitch up a little bit in the strike zone.
Northwestern moving ahead of Lamar in the Southland Conference standings as they are now 11-5 on the season to Lamar's 10-5. Again, playing in a conference matchup this weekend, whereas Lamar is playing their one non-conference series in the middle of the schedule. Velocity still there. That one at 98.
That's the second time he's touched 98 tonight.
Smoking hot.
Pitch 98. Hits 98.
And a big swing and a miss by Braden Benton.
Whitney just stepping back and firing. Then back-to-back pitches, 97 and 98, then 97.
Well, I mean, it's been a steady diet, 95 plus all night long.
It has.
From Whitney, he rears back, throws this one. It's up high and tight. And a walk issued to Benton.
His second walk he's given up.
You kind of have that feeling that at any moment they could pull the trigger on a pitching change. Again,
pinch runner going out for Lamar.
And I think this will be it. I think this will be the change
it's
here.
A second visit. So
kind of have that idea again. No need to push it.
Reese Beheeler, by the way, will go out and run at first base, so he'll be out there defensively.
So that'll close the book on Dax Whitney. He'll wind up going 6 2/3, give up 4 hits.
Double digits.
Yeah. 10 strikeouts, so he will leave this game with 88 strikeouts on the season. An impressive outing.
It's a good hand from some Lamar fans as well.
Yeah, for Whitney, the sophomore right-hander out of Blackfoot, Idaho. What size town would Blackfoot, Idaho be? You've got a better idea than I would.
I would not know. I'll find out, though. By the way, Zach Edwards from Riverton, Utah.
Edwards checks in. 6'2" righty. As you mentioned, out of Utah. Sophomore last year, appeared in 16 games, all in relief, finished with a 1-0 record. 5.79 ERA. There's his numbers for 26. See his ERA way up there. Really hasn't had enough innings for the ERA to count. He's only pitched 6 1/3. This will be his 8th appearance of the season. Longest outing has been 2 innings, and that was at UC Irvine back on the 22nd of last month. Did go 1 2/3 against Mercer last weekend.
Beheeler, Reese Beheeler, the runner at first base.
Yeah, so he would go in also at first.
He is the first baseman.
For Braden Benton,
by the way,
coming out.
the Blackfoot, Idaho.
Yeah.
12,000 702.
That's a big town. 12,000.
Yeah.
I mean, for Idaho, that would be a sizable community. That's a sizable community in any state.
Yeah, that's population double the size of the town I grew up in.
Exactly.
So Beheeler, the runner, not being held on with a runner in front of him at second base.
Yeah, 2 on 2 out. That one will be played by Singer deep in the hole there on the right side. Takes care of business. And
How
that
about
will
Edwards,
end the
one
inning.
pitch?
That's all he needed, right?
Yeah.
One pitch to get him out of the inning. We'll go to the top of the 8th. The visitors from Oregon on top of Lamar by 5. And we've been talking about all evening long out of the south-southeast. And again, rain in the forecast for tomorrow, so we'll keep an eye on that and for radar. Here's a look around the rest of the Southland Conference. Got a couple of finals for you. Southeastern loses to UIW 3-2 in game 2. Also, the other final, New Orleans McNeese, with New Orleans taking it 5-2 over the Cowboys.
At SFA, that's A&M Corpus.
Yep.
11-6.
And then you see Northwestern, the one that would have most Lamar fans' attention, because again, after last night had taken a solo lead at the top of the conference standings, they were losing there midway through the game. We'll see if we can update them again as we get some more complete scores in. Some of the kids out enjoying a night at the ballpark. Good Friday, game 2 of a 3-game series. That one back to Rodriguez, takes his time, guns down, Vance at first, and there's one away. Here's a look at Reese Beheeler coming into the game. A regular at first base last season.
Right fielder number 6, Easton Paul.
And that'll take us back to the top of the order and Easton Tall. Why did I not ask his dad about the origin of his first name? Did you?
I did not, but I always think Bat when I hear the name Easton.
Yeah, that's, you know, and pretty obvious his dad's a fan of the game.
I'll try to remember to catch up with his dad tomorrow.
He'll probably say, no, there was a movie or there was a relative or, you know. But it just sounds good when you say baseball player, Easton Tall. It does make you think of the company.
That's a good baseball name.
Yeah, that's a good baseball name. I agree. That one pulled into the bullpen by Talt. 1 for 3, picked up a run back in the first. In fact, first run for the Beavers. Got 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and another in the 7th off a solo homer to make it 5-0 here in the top of the 8th. That one on the ground, and it's not going to be handled. Another one of those where they take and make the shift, pull the third baseman over on the other side of second.
Left fielder number 4,
Second hit of the night for Talt.
So that will that go down as an E?
Yeah, no, they've already put it down as a hit.
And we'll put 1 on with 1 out and bring up Adam Haight. Had a double in the first and scored.
That's a tough error on a defender when he's moving away the way AJ was there. So it goes as a infield base hit.
Put a lot of pressure on that only player on that side. Throw down, got him.
They did.
Close. gets the call. I can't imagine they wouldn't ask for a review. Maybe not.
No, they're not going to ask.
When you're leading 5-zip in the 8th. So here's a look at the throw again by Coomer. Gets punched out at second. Does Talt on the attempted steal. So now 2 down with nobody on to Adam Haight. Fabian Ramirez has now worked 1 complete inning. Giving up a single hit. Lamar faithful trying to get into the game. That one lifted out to center field. Tracy sails under it, and that'll end the inning. So no change in the score as we continue with Southland Conference baseball here in Beaumont, Texas. If you're just jumping in on this one, again, originally billed as a pitcher's duel. Well, we got half of it.
We did.
Just didn't get the complete game.
Little thumbs up there.
Lamar going with their ace, Chris Olivier, to start the game. Wound up going 3 innings, gave up 4 hits and 4 runs.
2 of those runs unearned with back-to-back errors in the second inning.
Of course, this was a pitcher that came into the game 7 starts, had 59 strikeouts and a 1.42 ERA. And for the Beavers, they got their money's worth tonight out of Dax Whitney. And I think people who came out to watch got their money's worth just watching him work. The sophomore is pretty much spot on tonight. You mentioned he winds up with 10 strikeouts over 6 2/3, pushing him over 200 for his career. Lamar down to 6 outs to try to get back in this one, trailing 5-0. Oh, that's pretty. Nice pitch. Leaves Durbin standing there staring. And it is a strikeout for Zach Edwards.
That's 11 for Oregon State pitching.
Yeah, look at the movement. And again, this is, in Zach Edwards, you're talking about a pitcher, as we mentioned, who only had 6 1/3 innings. There's a base hit by A.J. Taylor. That's his first hit of the evening. In fact, his first hit of the series.
Yeah, 5 now for the Cardinals.
Takes us to Tab Tracy. And the reminder, tomorrow's start time has been moved up to 1 o'clock. So as Harold suggested earlier, you might want to make a brunch date for that one if you're out on the West Coast. We'll have it for you here on ESPN. Bouncer. Back to Vasquez. Goes to first. Got him.
Nice job there. Vasquez thought about going towards second base. Knew he more than likely did not have a chance to get the out there, so he goes across the diamond in time for the second out of the inning.
Rodriguez in the 4th spot of the order. So now Lamar with a runner at second with 2 out. Managed to get as far as third twice in this game before stalling out. Rodriguez 0 for 3. Chases that one at 97 miles an hour. I think that kind of speaks to, the level of pitching on this Oregon State team, where you can go to a guy who doesn't have that many innings. But again, it doesn't mean he doesn't have the velocity or the pitch. They got a pretty deep staff, and it shows right there as he goes and gets it to end the 8th. So we have played 8 complete, 5-0 Oregon State. So we're going to head into the 9th with another pitching change for Lamar. Fabian Ramirez will leave the game, and in his place will come Colby Christian, senior transfer from Concordia University. And as far as I know, this will also be his first outing on the mound. We have seen Colby playing a number of games. In fact, started a game against A&M Corpus Christi, but has appeared in a number of others, but always as a position player. Now going to come on and throw here in the 9th. Would the idea be to save your pitchers for game 3?
Yeah, you're going to save some arms for game 3 coming up tomorrow afternoon. So we've seen 2, Lane Sparks and now Colby Christian,
making their first pitching appearances for Lamar. So due up this inning,
3, 4, and 5.
We'll see Hubbard, Proctor, and Galloway.
Christian also has been used as a pinch runner a few times this year.
We
for
have
Lamar.
seen him in that situation, but I just wonder how that goes. I mean, is it like, okay, who do we have that might have some pitching experience here? That's a pretty good curveball right there. Again, as we talked about so many times, so many of these guys start when they're, 6, 7 years old and have been playing for, so long that there's a good chance they played a lot of other positions along the way. A lot of them superior athletes.
Yes, several of these guys who's not throwing at the collegiate level did
in high school, sure.
In high school, yeah.
Or maybe, club ball or something like that. That one fouled away. 84-mile-an-hour pitch. Said Lane Sparks looked pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
Lamar got to the point. It was the Texas A&M game. I'm pretty sure it was. They wound up with a walk-on on the mound. Lose that one up high, so a walk issued to Bryce Hubbard to start the inning.
Hubbard been 3 RBIs, solo home run. Had the 2 RBI single in the second inning, and now draws a walk.
Pinch hitter Nyland Hayes steps into the box.
Hayes came in as a pinch runner following Proctor's walk in the 7th inning. A New Orleans native. Grambling State among the stops.
I think that was the last one, right?
Yeah.
One on, no outs. That one fouled straight back. Count goes to 2-1. Check swing. Not going to get called on that one.
It looked like he held up.
Two one count. That'll be walk number 2.
Just one person. Now they've got some up against the fence. It says only one person throwing. And
yeah,
Jace Hutchins going to come out.
I would think that would do it.
Yeah, give an opportunity. Walked the two men he faced.
Just not there. See what else is out in the bullpen. Maybe in the dugout. I'm not sure. So it'll be 2 and done for Colby Christian.
Not made the move to the bullpen
well,
yet.
Maybe not. You know, I'm looking at the bullpen. I don't see anybody move in this direction. Maybe they're just talking, trying to settle him down a little bit, see if they can get him through this inning. It is the top of the 9th.
Yep.
That's what they're going to do.
There was someone throwing moments ago, but there's no one throwing right now.
Thought I saw somebody kind of make that move walking towards the gate at the bullpen, but they've stepped back, so. Colby Christian.
Looks like another pinch runner going out for Oregon State. I'll pick up who that is.
Looks like number 14, that'd be Tyler Inge.
Yep.
Great idea, Megan.
So Galloway will step in. 2 on, nobody out, and a 5-run lead. Galloway no home runs on the season. Got 8 doubles though. Looks to bunt. Gets called the strike. Mentioned that hit by pitch.
Blows him up with nobody out.
Not going to pull the pitcher, and we'll bring up.
Here he's out.
I started to say, surely that's it. I saw him walk and look at the dugout and shake his head, kind of like, okay.
His second visit.
I'm done. A.J. Singer coming up next. There we go. Here comes a right-hander out of the bullpen.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Top of the 9th inning. As you see, a 5-0 Oregon State lead.
So that will do it for Colby Christian. Will come in and not get the outs, but will issue 2 walks and then hit a batter to load up the bases. Looks like he'll leave all of that for
Max Hartman, junior from Windsor, Missouri.
All right, we're going to take a break, let them warm up, and then we'll come back, get you back into the top of the 9th here again. Number 8, Oregon State leading Lamar 5-0. Back inside Vincent Beck. A long night for the Lamar faithful. But a good night if you're a Beavers fan, as they have rolled to a 5-0 lead here in the top of the ninth. Max Hartman, 6'3" junior right-hander out of Windsor, Missouri, will come into pitch. We've seen Max a couple of times when an inning against Houston went 1 1/3 against Tarleton State, and then came in for a single out against TCU in the midweek on Tuesday.
Mineral Area College, JUCO, and in Missouri.
I was going to, see Mineral State. That'll leave you guessing.
Park Hills, Missouri.
So A.J. Singer, the second baseman, steps in. Bases loaded, nobody out. Hartman misses just up. Junior college, Hartman allowed 1 earned run the entire 25 season. Made 17 appearances, had an ERA of .30. 33 strikeouts, 29 in the third innings at Mineral Area College. Offers that one up. I'm telling you, good eye by Singer. I think I would have had to gone on that one.
Yeah, he didn't get the call, but it was a good-looking pitch.
Well, they're going to make him work. With the bases loaded, you're not going to walk in there and just start swinging away. So, new pitcher, and now he runs the count to 3-1. This has been the season-long struggle for Lamar. Gives him something to hit that time. Takes it out to right. Valentine tracks it down. And there's one away.
Runner's advance. And that's a sac RBI fly. 6-0.
So Hubbard will come across.
Singer driving in his 23rd run of the year. Yeah.
Gets it back in, but by the time he does, the runner scored. I'm not sure.
Well, he's not going to make the play at the plate.
No.
But you get that ball back in the infield.
Just holds the runner. That's all he can really do on that one.
I think you're not going to get the runner, obviously, coming home. You're not going to get the runner from second to third.
Right.
But you got to throw that ball back into the infield.
Vasquez steps in with 1 down, 2 on. That one fouled straight back. Vasquez on the night, 0 for 2. Went 0 for 4 last night. That's after coming off a career high 3-hit game Tuesday against Washington. Ain't that baseball? Had a comebacker right up the middle. There's that shift working for Lamar that time. As Duran had cheated over behind the bag. There's 2 away.
Vasquez knocks in his 14th RBI of the year. As coming down and scoring is Proctor. Or excuse me,
Vasquez.
No, our pinch runner from inning ago.
Okay, sorry.
Hayes.
Yeah, Inga's at third.
Yep.
Hayes scores.
Apologize there. 2 down in the inning. It is now a 7-0 game.
Bryson Glasgow, 1 for 4. Takes the cut it down one. Evens it up at 1-1.
Knocking on 3 hours. for this game, second night in a row.
Get a chance to come out and catch the third one of this series tomorrow. Looking for a way to spend Saturday before Easter. Maybe got some family in town.
Come on out.
Very inexpensive afternoon. Come out. Be one of the first 250. Get a free T-shirt. Enjoy a meal out at the ballpark. Provided we don't have to deal with weather tomorrow, and that is in the forecast.
And that's the reasoning of moving it up 2 hours.
Full count. Loses him, and third walk of the inning for Lamar pitching.
To go with the hit batter. Sixth hitter to the walk to the plate for Oregon State here in the ninth. 3 walks, a hit batter, and a sac fly.
Takes us to the bottom of the order, Cooper Vance. Hartman catches the corner. Shift on again for Lamar. Duran playing directly behind second base. Hartman, good velocity,
He
just
does.
haven't been able to find his spot.
2 outs, as you mentioned, Dan, so you just go to work on the hitter.
Instead, lifts it out to left center field and will score another run for the Beavers.
Making it 8-0 here in the top of the ninth.
Vance on with a single. Goes 2 for 4 here in game 2. I believe we're going to have a pinch hitter for Easton Tall. Looks like it's going to be number 9. I believe if that's the case, it would be Jace Miller. See some of the fans heading for the exit.
Miller from Medford, Oregon.
For Oregon State, and for call number 9, Jason Miller.
Oh, good pitch. .86 miles an hour for strike 1. Another good velocity pitch.
He did.
Fastball.
He came in and caught the outside corner of the knees.
Gets ahead 0-2. Runners at the corner. 2 out. Lamar's given up 3 here in the top of the 9th. Doesn't get the call.
A little bit off the outside corner.
Count will go to 2-2. Gets him on a swinging strike to end the inning. But not before they manage again to put 3 more runs on the board. And we will head into the bottom half of the 9th. Lamar trailing 8-0. Well, there's a look up into the press box. You can see the folks working over on the far end there, taking care of all the PAs and the giant scoreboard. Santos, look up and say hello.
Give us a wave, Santos.
I'll give you a wave. There we are.
There you go. There he is. There
Dan and Harold. Santos sees us. Yeah, there you go. Kind of hidden there, running the big video board. Saw Peter out of the SID office there. So in to finish things up for OSU is going to be Zach Edwards.
He's still out there.
This will be his second inning of work. He's gone 1 1/3.
Yeah, he came in with 2 outs in the 7th inning.
Going to face Kevin Durant here. Oh, check that. I just saw that. That is Cade Prejean, the senior. So a pinch hitter for Durant. Big strike inside. Yeah. After last night's 2-0 game, kind of felt like it'd be competitive, and Lamar just kind of let it get out of hand the first couple of innings.
Yeah, some mistakes, fielding mistakes in that 2nd inning.
That one lifted high. Nyland calls for it. It's got it. That's 1 away.
Easton Culp, who went in defensively as a catcher in the top of the 9th inning, getting his first at bat.
I haven't seen a lot of Easton this season
out of
Salado. Spent his entire career here at Lamar. 3rd season. It's always kind of a tough pill sometimes when, you know, every one of these guys who winds up on a roster was an outstanding high school player. But then you get to the college level and all of a sudden, you know, you're battling to find playing time.
Well, you're battling other guys who were outstanding high school players.
Yeah, exactly. You know, as you work your way up, that's the way it goes. But but not only that, you're working against guys, and you think, and Easton's a good example. I mean, if you look back over his career here at Lamar, there were times when you thought, okay, Easton's working into a position where he's going to see more time. And then, you know, something will happen, another player will come along. It's just a lot of moving parts.
Mentioned, you know, he's out of Salado in Central Texas, but he actually went to Harker Heights High School, which is in the Killeen School District.
Full count to Culp with 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Swinging strike. He's going to run.
He's going to get to first base.
He does. So he'll get to first base on the pass ball on the strike.
Strikeout pass ball.
So Culp on first with 1 away. I think we'll see a line of pinch hitters here, giving guys a chance to.
The freshman out of Nederland,
Aiden Sunday.
He's always got the family and friends out here. Just down the road, 10 minutes.
High school quarterback, as well as a baseball player.
Covered on the radio side. I covered Nederland High School football, so I saw him his junior and senior year at QB for Nederland High School.
Had a standout high school career.
Oh, he did. Just a really good athlete.
Edwards throwing hard now, 95, this one 97. He's ready to get this one done.
He wants to get back to the hotel.
Yeah, let's put this one in the books.
Cardinals battling, but they trail here 8-0. Runner at first, 1 out.
Yeah, I was trying to think, I haven't been at every game. This one's going to be a high, shallow fly ball out to center, and that is out number 2. But I was trying to think, Harold, we've either done the games or I've watched almost every one of the games this season for Lamar baseball. I can't think of a game where the defense has struggled the way they did in the first couple of innings here against Oregon State. And you wonder, is it nerves? Is it, just time of the season? But kind of all caught up with them.
It did tonight.
Behealer, 1 out away from closing the book on this one.
No throw in the stolen base.
So a chance to add a stat on the stolen base. And that'll even it up at 1.
Reese came in as a pinch runner following a mitten walk. Stayed out there defensively.
Pitch inside. 3-1.
Jorge Vargas has grabbed a bat. He's in the on deck circle. He'll bat if Behealer keeps the game going.
And he does with the walk. So it'll be 2 on with 2 out. Bring up Vargas.
He got a start at the first base.
Jose, a junior transfer. Spent a year at Arizona State, didn't play in 2023, went to Wharton Junior College. A couple of years transferred here to Lamar.
Out of League City in the greater Houston area.
Ooh, a heater down low, 96. Strike 1. This is only the 4th at bat for Vargas this season. On the ground, right up the middle, step on second, and this game is done.
8-0. There you see the final. Oregon State has taken the first 2 of this 3-game series.
Yeah, and you look at the line score, and it pretty much tells the tale. Lamar only manages to pick up 5 hits, can't push anybody across. Oregon State, 9 hits and 8 runs.
And for Lamar, you just come back tomorrow afternoon and try to salvage that 3rd game. Well, the Beavers will be coming out here looking for a sweep.
So for Harold Mann, I'm Dan Gresham saying so long from Beaumont, Texas, where again the final score, Oregon State 8, Lamar 0. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.